those things that Paul went through. I mean, that was enough for him to give up. That was not saying, oh, I'm not the only person running this race. Let me forget. But through all these things, he held on to his baton. Because he knew that that was his time. The baton was his hand. And if he doesn't finish the race, what will happen to those who started the race? If he doesn't finish what God has entrusted into his hands, what will happen to those who started? See, God is counting upon the church now. We are the hope of heaven now. Bible says, ye are the light of this world. Heaven is looking up to us. I mean, you cannot go and call Paul now that Paul come and save Russia. Nobody will come. This is our time. This is our generation. And if you read Psalm 50, it said that out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God will shine forth. So God can shine forth in this world through the church, through us, through this ministry, through you. Nobody will do it apart from us. God has nobody on earth. God has nobody in Russia now apart from you. See, the reason why God has put you where you are is because God knows that you are there and you change life there. So, see, before the walls of Jerusalem fell, God had put Nehemiah there. So that through Nehemiah, God will rebuild the wall. Before Haman threatened the people of Jews, God has raised Esther to be in the king's palace. So whatever place you are, God has strategically positioned you there so that from that place you will shine forth. That the glory of God will be seen wherever you are. So you are the hope of heaven in your area. You are the one heaven is counting upon. There's no Paul now. There's no Peter now. There's no Abraham now. You are the Paul of this generation. You are the one heaven is counting upon. So if you don't do it, who will do it? Heaven is counting upon us. Say, ye are the light of this world. Say, ye are the salt of this world. So if you are light, how are you shining? So when you see darkness around you, when you see chaos, when you see people doing evil things, remember that is our responsibility. Heaven is counting upon us. Because if you don't finish, what happens to those who started? Now let's continue. No, that chapter 12, Hebrews. I'm coming back to Hebrews. Now if you don't get the verse 40, you will not understand chapter 12 verse 1. Because chapter 12 verse 1 is connected to verse 40. Now say that, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. So all those people, Apostle Paul, Abraham, Peter, they are all looking up to us. They are surrounded and they are watching us. And all that they are saying that, go on. We are counting upon you. Because our work is not complete if you don't finish. So since you are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, they are looking up to you. When you read the Message Bible, say they are jeering. They are cheering you up. Say, go on, you can do it. You can do it. Go on, don't stop. That is what they are praying for. Say, since therefore you are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, Paul is looking out to you. Heaven is counting upon you. They are all surrounding you. Say, hey, she can do it. She can do it. And they are all cheering up. Go on, go on. The Russian will say, Davai, Davai. Heaven is looking up to you. While the devil says, they cannot do it. Look at these people, they will disappoint you. God, you are wasting your time. But the host of heaven, but say you are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. All those people, the fathers of faith, Abraham is cheering you on. Paul said, continue, because if you don't finish, my work is not complete. He said, continue, don't stop, go out there, go out there. If you don't continue, Abraham's work is not complete. They are all cheering us on. Continue. But since therefore we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Now what should we do? So what should I do? That's my number one. Let us throw off everything that hinders us. Throw away everything that will hinder you, because you are surrounded by a lot of people. Heaven is counting upon you. They are all looking at it. So therefore, since you are surrounded by such a great cloud of people, throw away everything that hinders you. You see, when you are running and there's a load on you, you cannot run the way you want to run.
That's right, sir.
When you are heavy, you can't run the way you were supposed to run. People will bypass you because you are filled with a lot of things. What is hindering you? Say, throw away everything. Maybe your load is unforgiveness. Maybe your load is is laziness. Maybe yours is shyness. Maybe yours is fear. I don't know that which hinders you. But the Bible says because of the baton in your hands, because now the baton is in your hands, throw away anything that will pull you back, anything that will draw you away from God, anything that will stand between you and God, anything that will prevent you from getting to the finish line. Throw it away. If it's unforgiveness, throw it away. If it's shyness, throw it away. See, there's no time for this. As he step on my toes, I will come again. I will not do this because they are talking about me. See, time is gone. Time is far gone. Heaven is counting upon us. So what are we doing? All that we have been talking about each other, backbiting. There's no time anymore. That's right. Heaven is looking up onto us. That time that we used to talk to, why don't we use to minister to somebody? Because we are the hope of heaven. We are the hope. God is counting upon us. These are the last days. These are the last days. So the hope of heaven is us, that we will reach out to people. Because God has nobody in this world. See, God has nobody in that office. God has nobody in that university. God has nobody in that hostel. God knows why he puts you in that room. God knows why he surrounded with those people who are smoking. He knows why he put you among those who are chasing women. Because he knows you are the light. And God said that light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not. So if ye are the light and you are there, you have to show up. If anybody has not seen God and he sees you, you should have an idea of who God is. Because you are the representative of God. But say, ye are the ambassadors of God. We represent God on earth. Nobody represents God apart from us. That's what I said. Without us, their work is not complete. See, sometimes I sit down and I think about it. I say, hey, there's work to be done. I mean, without me, all that Paul did is not complete. So if I don't do what I'm supposed to do now, what happens to the future generation? Now ask yourself, with the kind of Christian race you are running now, what will happen to the generation after you? Imagine there's no Christian on earth and you are the only person. How will Christianity be? Imagine there's no Christian on earth. You are the only Christian in that vicinity. How will people see God? How will people see God? How will people feel Christians if you are the only Christian on earth? We cannot drop our baton. No, we can't. Because people are looking up to us. They are counting upon us. We cannot disappoint them. So therefore, throw away everything that will hinder you. What is pulling you down? Paul said that the good things I want to do, I don't do them. But the bad things I don't, they are the things I do. He said, what a poor and wretched man I am. Who can deliver me from this mess? He said, it's not me, but sin that dwelleth in me. But in the place, the same person came to Philip and said that now I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He accepted that he had a hindrance. He accepted that he had a weakness. And he called upon God, that God, I cannot remain in this weakness. He said there was a thorn in his flesh. And he prayed unto God, and God said that my strength is perfect in your weakness. So what is it that is hindering you? What is it that anytime you want to draw closer to God, that thing comes and you run away? It might be somebody, it might be an individual. It might be something that you have connected yourself to. But I said, because you are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, throw away anything that is hindering you, anything that is holding you back, anything that is standing between you and God. It might be a character, it might be anything. You know yourself better than I do. So throw it away. Because heaven is counting upon you. There's no time again. See, those days that we come to warm benches in church, it's over. We have to find something to do in the church. Because heaven is counting upon us. See, you will come and go, so who should do it? You are the one heaven is counting upon. So you come as a visitor every Sunday and you go. You don't want to do anything. Those times are over. Because heaven is looking upon to you. Heaven is counting upon you. Imagine you are the only person in this church. With the way you are doing things, how would the church be? So imagine with the thing that you are, I don't want to think of somebody, think of yourself. So if I'm the only Christian now, how will the future generation be? Can I leave them something they can hold on to? Now look at your family. If you are the only Christian in the family, the future generation, will they continue with what you are doing now? Is it enough for somebody to continue? Heaven is counting upon us. We cannot drop our baton. So number one, throw away everything that hinders you. Now look at the second one. And the sin that so easily entangles you. one, throw away everything that weighs you down. Everything that pulls you down, so throw it away. Number 10, throw away every sin that easily entangles you. That sin, that thing that easily entangles us, to throw it away. Throw it away. And Brother Edward led us to pray a prayer. He said that whatever thing that is in us, we should pray that God will deliver us. So what is it that is holding you back? That said, heaviness is there. But said, every sin that easily, you pray that God forgive me the next time you are in. God forgive me the next time you are in. Don't let that discourage you. Keep on praying. Amen. But you have your part to play. Bible said that Daniel purposed in his mind that he will not defile himself. And he will not defile himself. So that we have to purpose in our mind that God will give us the strength to be able to overcome. See, with your flesh, you cannot overcome. Oh, sometimes you will try. We have tried before, it don't work. Yes. You say, I will not do this again. God, I promise. Oh, God, I won't do it again. You see, the following day, you are doing it. Because you are trying to do it with your flesh. Yes. There's nothing good in our flesh. The flesh always lasts after evil. But that's why we need the Spirit of God to strengthen us to overcome. Amen. As long as we are flesh, let's not be too angelic. As long as we are flesh, we will mess up. We need God to strengthen us. That's supposed to, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So your being able to do all things depends on God strengthening you. Not because you can pray, because you can pray. Hey, you can pray for 10 hours, but if God has not strengthened you after the prayer, you'll be in a different place. So we need strength from above. Let's say that because of the people surrounding us. Look at the athlete when they are running. Imagine it's like only you and everybody around looking out to you. And that's so we are in the center. Now we are in the middle, and all the heavenly host, they are looking at me. Every day you wake up, they are looking at you. They say, she will do it. She will do it. She will do it. Because if she doesn't finish, our work is not complete. Every time when you wake up, as you move up and down, you say, you will do it. So when you mess up, they will say, I told you. And we said, she can still do it. God is counting upon us. No wonder when Stephen was stoned, Jesus gave him a standing ovation. Because he realized that he has fought to the last end. He held on to his battle, onto his baton. When things were hard, he still continued. He did not drop his baton. We dare not disappoint him. So he said, throw away everything that is hindering you. Everything that is holding you back. Everything. See, sometimes you can go far and you'll be brought back. Sometimes, see, we are seeing people, they had name, they went far, but they could not identify their weakness.